Hello all, my name's Ellie, my pronouns are she, her, and my groupmates are Erika Mendoza and Welinton de Leon. Our project is called Meals from Dirt. Now, Meals from Dirt is a React app that allows users to enter their address and see what crops can grow where they live. They can also see what meals they can make with those crops. So, the reason we chose to make Meals from Dirt is back in 1875 and before, over half of the American workforce worked in agriculture. And since then, due to mechanized farming, that number has been brought down to 1.7% today. This combined with the use of homogeneous crops leaves our food supply vulnerable to disease and climate change. And in the event of disaster, many individuals may need to grow some of their own food, or maybe even all of their own food. We aim to make that job easier for individuals. Now we are going to take a look at our React app.
When starting up the Meals from Dirt application, you will be met with the home page. In the upper right corner, there will be a About Us pop-up located with 3 buttons labeled Meals from Dirt Story, Instructions, and Credits. The Meals from Dirt Story button will lead to our description of why we went into this project and our whole mission. The second button, Instructions, leads to instructions on how to navigate the application itself. The third button, Credits, leads up to a description of all 3 of us working on this project and a link to our repository.
In our initial page, the user will be prompted to enter an address. For our demo, we are going to be entering New York, search, and that will take us to a page where all the crops that can be grown in the region are displayed. And then the user can toggle between either crops, the crop cards, or the meal carts. If the user wishes to search up a new address, they can go to the top of the page and enter a new address. And the new crops will be shown.
Opening up any of the crop cards listed will lead to the title of the crop, the description of the crop, the plant month of the crop, and the harvest month of the crop, as well as resources or other useful information necessary towards the crop. As you can see, it shows the same for cucumber, fennel, and possibly raspberries. Going back to the toggle and sending it to meals, we can see a list of all the meals possible. Within the pop-ups of the meals is also the name of the meal, description of the meal, and instructions of the meal.
Now that you've seen how Meals from Dirt works, we're going to take you behind the scenes and show you all the individual components that create what you just saw. So we're going to start with our React app, and the user enters an address, right? Well, we take that address and we send it to the Google Maps Geocoding API. This Geocoding API is then going to take that address and convert it into a set of latitude-longitude coordinates and send that back to the React app. Our React app will take those coordinates and send it to our API. Our API will then query our Postgres database. Our Postgres database contains information on a bunch of ecoregions. Think of them like biomes, but more specific. Those coordinates will then be converted into what specific ecoregion that user lives at. So we'll take that ecoregion and send it to our MariaDB database. Now, our MariaDB database contains all of our information about crops and meals and how they relate to each other, as well as what crops can grow in what specific ecoregions. So, once we have all those crops that can grow in that ecoregion, we send it back to the React app to be displayed as some cards. Something very similar is done for our meals. We just take those crops and we look at, okay, what meals can you make with these crops? And then we return those meals back to the React app to be displayed as cards. Thank you for taking the time to look at our project, and we hope you have a wonderful day.